The 9th Parliament passed the minimum wage bill, but President Museveni refused to assent to it on claim that the bill will discourage investors from coming into the country. The 10th and the now 11th Parliament have on several occasions demanded for this bill to be brought back on the floor of Parliament, but all in vain. Legislators under the Parliamentary Forum on Labour Decent Employment are to launch the above forum tomorrow, whose main agenda is to advocate for the rights of workers, both internal and external. According to the chairperson of the forum, Honourable Jenny Roland, for so long Ugandan workers have had issues at their workplaces, but there are no clear policies to protect them.
You are aware, we have been having so many challenges in the labor industry, external labor, internal labor. There have been so many challenges, and we need to look at the policies that are governing our labor force to ensure that they are coherent. Secondly, we would like to effectively undertake a key role in legislating on issues relating to labor, employment, and productivity.
The legislator says there is need for a body that analyzes labor and productivity issues as well as influence resource allocation in terms of legislation.
We intend to provide a platform where strategic advocacy and pressure groups can analyze labor, employment, and productivity issues. We also would like to advocate, champion, and strategically influence resource allocation for programs that advance good practice in the labor industry.
According to Honourable Margaret Ropshija, they had for long pushed for a minimum wage bill in the 9th Parliament, but the President refused to assign it. According to her, Ugandan labour continues to be exploited owing to the lack of a minimum wage, and she feels the forum will be an avenue to bring the bill back to life.
We have those who are in sugarcane, those who are working in the tea factories, and many others. How can we say what is the starting point? If everybody gives what they want without having a minimum which will set the pace, then we shall continue to suffer. That's why you hear someone, a graduate, is working somewhere in a private school and gets 100,000. You get a doctor working in a hospital in Kampala, and they give you 100,000 per day that you come. You know, those are the injuries that we are faced with, and so it's important that it should be looked at.
Margaret stresses that the country has no clear policies on labour externalization, and because of this there's need for a bill to clear the mess the country is in at this point in time.
We need a concrete bill specified looking at those issues, because when we talk about externalization, we are also getting others from outside who are coming to Uganda. The law we might find that we are thinking about our people who go out and they suffer because we don't have a proper law in place, but also how about those who come to Uganda? There are times when you see, if you are at the airport, you find that a particular nation is bringing in about 200 at a go, 200 workers, and you wonder what is it that they are going to do. So we need to be in the know of what is happening and how do we treat them when they come here, or their bosses, the employer, how do they treat them?
In order to protect investors, the late former Permanent Secretary Keith Mwakanizi discouraged the President to sign the minimum wage bill in the 9th Parliament. However, there are currently more than 4,000 industries in the nation, but without a minimum wage. Sam Lanifa, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.